Screen. Boom, we're in.
We're in. We're live. Been a couple weeks.
That's right, for a live show. I want a screen that just simply says messages, and it's right there no matter what.
I got mine open. Bart, again, can't remember how to get the...
They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy. I usually open a whole second browser. Now I got to do it.
Where the dummies at? Oh, hold on.
You're making me do it again. There's going to be noise now. Oh, there it is. Now I got you.
Wait, there we go. Clicking around here and there, everywhere. Hold on. I do not like them, Sam. I am.
Right. Hold on.
Lana is with us. Dirt is with us. Frank, Jesse, Welsh, Tom R.
And I popped out the chat, baby.
I have a, I don't know what these are called. This one is actually a Bruichladdich, or a Bruichladdich, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yes.
But I don't have whiskey. I know that. Don't confuse that with whiskey. It's a beer.
All right. Now, I actually have my old Sam Adams brew glass, if you can see that.
We are drinking. We opened up. We had a fan sent us a couple of beers from his neck of the woods in Wisconsin. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Tyranena.
That's gotta be it.
Is that how you'd pronounce it?
That is what I would say.
These are Scotch ales. Brewers Gone Wild is the tagline of it. Well, and then they've got, if you go to their website, they've got like 10 or 12 or 15 different modeling brands or whatever you would call it here. This one's Brewers Gone Wild. Mine, if you look up on the neck, is called Shaggin' in the Woods.
Mine's better because I'm shagging in the Highlands.
You got Shaggin' in the Highlands, which has been aged in peated Scotch barrels.
Yes. It's a little earthy.
Mine is aged in mine's a Scotch ale aged in bourbon barrels.
Do you hear my chair creaking?
I can hear it creaking. You need a new chair.
I was not clipping my fingernails there. That was the creak of the chair. I was resituating myself. Ryan Summers. It's time for the show, he says. I know an Eric Summers. I'm sure you're not related. Just throwing that out.
That's a good question.
He's a voice actor. I also know Rich Summers. Or no, that's Summerer. Eric Summers, Rich Summers.
Jesse says it looks like I'm hiding in the guest room. I'm in the usual room, just a little different camera angle so I can look right on for a change.
That's right.
There's everything over there.
See, he's got all that. You see, you're showing the closet.
Maybe if I go like this, they can see my the sign up there.
That's true. That's the ugly sign. That's a hateful sign. Board games is joy.
Or maybe I'll just cant it a little bit like that right there.
Ryan does not know Eric. They're distant DNA cousins.
Okay, Whiskey Watch is already asking where's the whiskey. Like I said, we opened up with the beer. We got these beers from Todd. Sorry, and Todd emails us, and Todd signs off all of his emails. Long live Lemmy's loudness. I'm not sure what that means.
We don't know what it means. But look at this. We got a High West Boo Rye here that's going to be coming in later. We also have, so whiskey's coming. We have a High West Double Rye. And some of these got wet. And this is Barrel Select. Boom. And boy, we're really laying it on today with a High West American Prairie. Ba-bam. And finally, the High West Midwinter Nights Dram, but this is Act 3, Scene 3. A little bit different from what we had. So, yeah, we're bringing it, and we're mixing in a beer with an unknown ABV.
There you go. And Tom R. just answered the long live Lemmy's loudness comment, which I thought it was music or a band related. And Tom R. says that Lemmy was a Motorhead and he passed a few years back, but loved his JD. Wow. Or was from Motorhead, which is a hard rock band.
Yeah. Getting high with the High West. Wow.
Well, and we did okay. So last Wednesday we released High West, a midwinter Night's Dram, Act 5, Scene 7. What, Bart?
Claire the Third just said dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. I was gonna throw that in tonight too. You beat me to it, Claire. I just saw a dilly dilly commercial.
That was good.
Oh, I'm surprised Claire is with us. The Packers are playing the Steelers.
Goodness.
Okay, so we had just done Wednesday. We did a midwinter Night's Dram.
Wow. Your voice just went crazy when you banged the table.
Act 5, Scene 7.
It's good now.
I got my cushion on there. Should be good.
I think when you banged it, it modified.
Liza had arranged for us to get these other samples that Bart went through. She has the Midwinter Night's Dram Act 3, Scene 3, and I don't know what the difference is on those. And I've seen even where we did Act 5, Scene 7, there's people posting pictures of Act 5, Scene 3, and I think Scene 5 as well. So I don't know what the difference there is in the scenes.
Right.
But Liza sent us, there's two of these that are store picks, Bart, and I think that's the there's the High West Double Rye that's been barrel select, and it's been aged in vermouth barrels.
Oh, yeah, that sounds different.
That one was a store pick, I believe she said, and the American Prairie Bourbon aged in peated blended Scotch barrels. I think those are the two store picks.
Wow. Now, the other thing, I haven't done this in a long time, but pairing a beer with a whiskey is never a bad thing. Sometimes it causes different flavors to come forward. I remember the first time I did that with a blown away. I picked up a lot more of the floralness of the whiskey, and I was shocked. I was stunned. And I was cleaning my Riedel glass, and I left it out at the bar. I will be right back.
Bart was not ready. Imagine that. Does anybody know? I was looking, Act 5, Scene 7, Santa Cruzin has. George Kaplan got Act 5, Scene 1. And Claire got Act 5, Scene 2. Does anybody know how those what the scene represents? What it means?
I was ready. We were 7 minutes early. I just left the glass out there.
We weren't 7 minutes early. What are you talking about?
Well, we were queued up and ready to go.
Jerry Bartlett points out we have one whiskey, one scotch, one beer.
Yes.
For those just tuning in, we had a beer from the Tyranena brewery in Wisconsin. They were sent to us by Todd. And I don't know if he wants us to say his last name or not, but he always signs off on his emails, "Long live Lemmy's loudness."
All right, I'm a little out of wind there, and all I did was run to the bar. We need a new program is what we need. I've got a New Year's resolution coming. It's at least run twice to the bar.
All right, which one, Bart? What do you want to of the samples that we got? Which one do you want to start with?
You know,
let's start with the one in the vermouth barrels. You want to do that one?
Yeah, okay. I was thinking the Act 3, Scene 3, just because we've had that. But I'll go whatever way you want.
And everybody, there are several with us that have one of the Midwinter Night's Dram. At least maybe they'll tune in for the first 10 minutes of the show, and they can see it before they have to leave.
We'll keep her rolling here, because I know.
I know a lot of people have to work in the morning too, and I told Bart we need to try to keep this one about right at the hour mark.
Yep, we'll keep her at the hour tight. So
maybe I can't even get mine open. There it goes. Liza is a big High West fan.
I'm with her there.
And like I say, she had arranged for us to get these samples.
Smells delicious. I can get
now,
that.
The High West. So the Midwinter Night's Dram is or at least Act 5 is the Rendezvous Rye that's then been finished and aged in port barrels. And I think they even narrow it down more, get more specific with the port, don't they, on it? French oak port barrels.
Yeah. The rye on this is just beautiful. I mean, it's like a dusty caramel rye on the nose. Wow. And a little bit of almost pine nut. Wow.
Very sweet rye, dusty, caramely.
Claire's yelling TD with multiple exclamation points.
Oh, we got Food Quigs coming in. We got quite a few people join us now. Swami's with us. Dan E. Triple Cap. Luke Grantham.
Wow.
Jackass, whiskey, and pinto beans.
Yes, thank you, Dan. He recognized the hot jeans I'm wearing, baby. Thank you, Dan. You're always good on that. Wife loves these jeans, man.
Well, hit live on your or push us hit fast forward or live on your browser there, Danny. You're about 5 minutes behind.
Really? Maybe he was busy, couldn't type.
Bird Dog is with us. So we both really liked the Midwinter Nights Dram. It was a great combination of the rye and the port finish.
Now a note on that, since we're live, there are a lot of people that were coming on, they source it from Indiana, this, that, and the other. Well, not a lot. There was a couple. And then I know somebody, and I wish I could give them credit. I can't remember who said it at the time, but they said, look, Compass Box sources all of their whiskey and the quality that they're putting out and the price they charge. So just sourcing it by itself it's not like a no-no. I do like to hear, hey, yeah, we're sourcing. I know they're distilling some of their own, but a mass majority is sourced.
Yeah, I would agree. And like I said on those comments as well, our review is more about the juice in the bottle and is it any good and is it worth it?
Totally.
This one seems like the rye is a lot spicier.
Yes,
this one than Act 5.
I would agree with you a lot. It's everything about it is a little more lively or a little more sharp.
George Kaplan is asking if we have any more details on the barrel picks. I do have the ABVs on them. The double rye barrel select that was aged in the vermouth barrels is 51.1%. And the American Prairie bourbon aged in peated blended Scotch barrels is at 51.7%.
So which one are the dummies on right now? Drinking Caveman, we're on we are literally doing the Midwinter Nights Dram, but we're doing Act 3, Scene 3, which is, I guess, newer as far as, or it was distilled past ago. What did you say, a year ago?
This one's probably at least a year old.
Mm-hmm. Again, pairing it with this beer is interesting. I do get a little bit of the peat, but it's almost like a dirt. It's like the peat dirt coming out of this beer. That's interesting. I'm serious. It's got like that, we live in Kansas, when the dirt's blowing in the wind and you kind of get that's a song right there, dirt blowing in the wind. I'm getting that dirt flavor.
Well, Drinking Caveman just says Act 3 might be from 2015.
Okay.
So
I would say
maybe the act is the annual or the year that it's released. Then now he says Act 4 is from 2016. So, and then maybe the scene number is going to be a batch number. So maybe, so the Act 5 means 2017 and Scene 7 means the 7th batch, maybe. Now this one though is Act 3, Scene 3. Right. So a couple years old. This one seems more rye forward. Ours, at least this year's Act 5, Scene 7 seemed more aged, almost more oaky. And the port finish was much more present.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed the one we reviewed on the show a little more well-rounded, felt a little more aged. And Danny, no, I was not in Utah. I missed the Utah trip.
Now, so Act 5 was aged in port barrels. Are all of the Midwinter Nights drams aged in port barrels? Drinking Caveman has come back with a few answers here, so he's in the know on the Midwinter Nights dram.
In the know. He's a knowledgeable man.
And we are, it seems correct from comments, that the act is going to donate basically the year, and then the scene is the batch from that year.
It's going to donate.
Donate. What do I mean?
I'm not going to even, I get in trouble when I.
No, I'm asking now. What it's going to denote? That's what I meant.
It's very close.
Yep.
All right. High West. Should we move on to the I'm looking for it now. You want the American Prairie? Mine is aged and peated.
I haven't even well, hold on. I'll stick on this one for a few minutes yet.
Well,
I haven't even added water yet. I just realized I've been drinking it. It's
good neat.
It was bottled at 49.3%. Yeah, it is very good neat.
Mm-hmm.
Going to add a little splash in here. Get some in my wee Glencairn.
That's nice. Boy, that beer is very earthy and dirty. It's a dirty beer.
I had a little bit of, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do one tonight or not. I had a cold kick in pretty good yesterday.
Yeah.
I was pretty under the weather.
Yeah, you were sick.
And I'm probably about 75-80% tonight, but
yeah, I linked up to you to get a few of these samples earlier. You were still in your PJs.
And I might still be in my flannel pajama bottoms.
Yeah, you had some flannels. You were very comfortable.
Can't confirm nor deny that.
Just for Dan, I was wearing the same sexy jeans I got on right now.
You didn't want to get out too much though either. You must have been.
I did not. No, I've been. We've had close family, but we've had close family over and doing different stuff. So it was a little bit. I was actually looking to come over to your place to do this show because it was going to be a bit of a break. So, but it worked out fine anyway because I wasn't sure exactly when we were going live. So it was good.
A few comments back, Christopher Malloy have asked if we had tasted the Westland peated single malt. We have not. We have not had any of the Westland products.
Yes, we need to get some of those. We definitely need to get some of those. Let's move on to this High West Double Rye Barrel Select, aged in vermouth. Cleansed the Glencairn. Look at you. Look at that. You pull out a drawer and a brand new Glencairn comes out.
That's right.
That is awesome.
Which one did you? Oh, the High West Double Rye Barrel Select, aged in vermouth.
That's right.
51.1%.
I'm digging that. I'm digging it.
Well, now Liza's got the numbers 361 underneath it as well. Aged in vermouth. 361.
It smells like vermouth.
Lloyd has come in, also known as Da Beard. Bubba and Da Beard have been on a hiatus. Hopefully they come back and start doing reviews again.
This one will get your attention. Wow. Woo. Boy, howdy. Huh. That's interesting. It's powerful. Almost a little stunning.
Hold on just a second. I better wash my palate a little bit.
Yeah, aged in vermouth. Now, I've had some mixed drinks with vermouth. Isn't vermouth? Well, I don't know. Before I stray, somebody tell me exactly what vermouth is.
It's a dry or
Is it
a sweet wine, basically a white wine kind of that you add. It's a little bit stronger. I think it can be like up around 20% ABV. I know I use it in my dirty martinis.
Yes, I think you are the person that I've had it with before. You go heavy olive, though. I'm not big on the olive.
That's called a filthy martini.
Yeah, you throw in like olive juice.
Extra juice and an extra olive. Mash one up.
Yeah. I'm not an olive fan. You're spicy Bloody Marys. Hello.
I'll tell you. Well, yeah, that's what I use. Garlic stuffed olives in my Bloody Marys, and the best part is when you get done and that garlic stuffed olive is still there in the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
And you eat it after it's been soaking in that Bloody Mary the whole time.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I tried one of your extra filthy dirty martinis. I was like, ugh. I could not do all that. I was like, what did you pour straight olive juice in it? You're like, yeah. I'm like, not for me.
Olive juice and vodka.
Ugh.
And now vermouth. Now you know.
Yeah, that's your secret. It's in the book.
My other little secret is you add just a splash of Lafroig in there. I mean, just like a half of a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of Lafroig into your dirty martini, and it adds it becomes a smoky dirty martini.
Ooh, Danny just called you Dirty Bruno. That's what you got to call that. That should be called a Dirty Bruno.
Not to be confused with Dirty Sanchez.
Wow, I think that would be a hell of a drink. You got to put that. I've been trying to talk Scott into a book. He's a chef, kind of. And I think we could have a hell of a cookbook. But
well, you say chef, that just means I fix more stuff than you do. Most people hear chef and they're thinking of
okay. I wouldn't call you a chef then. I would call you, well, you shocked me. You whip stuff up out of stuff I have in my fridge that I never recognized was whip-upable.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. You're like, I'll be like, wow, I got that same stuff in my fridge, but somehow you created a pastry yum baked dish out of it. How did you do that? It's not chef-like. It's more like amazing. It's man food. It's a man book.
Well, we got a review coming up though too, where I said, yeah, I just made something was reminding me of capers.
Yeah.
It was a rye. And I said, it reminds me of this caper and dill cream sauce that I made the other night for this salmon.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you said, well, I made like a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Yeah. The caper, say the thing again. I can't even repeat what you said. What did you make? Salmon, caper, what?
Caper and dill cream sauce.
Boom. Those words have never come out of my mouth ever. And I'm like, that needs to go in the book right there. We have a book. You always make it easy too. It looks hard. I'm like, how'd you make that? And then you'd be like, I grabbed some of this, a little bit of that, did that. I'm like, well, hell, I got that. And you're like, you can make it. Like, I need a book. I want you to make a book just for me, so I can open it up and be like, nah, I got it. You're like, grab a little bit of Thousand Island dressing. I'm like, the dressing? You're like, yeah. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Bart, just go for pizza. Right. Yeah, but Scott will like whip up a pizza. Like, I made a pizza and it has some turkey in it. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Oh, Tom R asked a little bit ago if the new compass boxes are here yet. We have not. We've got orders in at a couple of our stores, so we should be able to get it.
We're trying.
I'm hearing so much good about No Name. I've been contemplating ordering an extra bottle or two online to go with the ones we're going to get here.
I'm dying for it. I am just because the Peat Monster is what ushered me into the world of peat, and this No Name is supposed to be a giant peat slap in the face in a good way. Let's see. Yep.
I just dove in here. My first sip on the which one was this? The Prairie Bourbon. This was the Prairie Bourbon aged in the vermouth. Nope.
It's got a beautiful
double rye aged in vermouth. Yep. And it's really toned down.
Yeah.
The rye. And some of that had to be dry vermouth barrels.
Right. And it's giving a very nice caramel cocoa finish, which is interesting. it's interesting. Like it's caramel's forefront, but I get a little chocolate note. That is interesting. Well, once we retire, we'll collect your very impressive recipes. We'll do some whiskey points in the back, and we'll add some stories from whatever.
And a couple people have asked, and it's not that I'm a chef where I'm like sauteing and filleting and doing all kinds of weird stuff. I can make a few dishes, and I like to try different things. I'm pretty adventurous in my eating as well.
Well, that's the part, though. See, I'm over at your place, and I was eating chips. We're watching a movie. I'm eating chips. You're like, you want a dip? Now, in my house, if I offer you a dip, I'm going to go get a can, and I'm going to peel back like the French onion, the nacho cheese, the whatever. And I'm like, sure. You start pulling stuff out of the fridge, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm making you a dip. Then you do this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Then you're like, normally I would blend this, but we're in a hurry. I'm like, you would blend it. You're like, yeah. And then you hand me this dip, and I put the chip in it and put it in my mouth, and I was like, oh, my God, what is this? I'm like, I got everything you just have there, but I had no idea it mixed into that. Yeah, you were like, here's a little bit of onion salt, plow, and you like pinch it and threw it in that was the chef part. I would have had to measure it. You're like a little dash of this. I was like,
you don't have to measure nothing.
Yeah, I know. You were dashing this, dashing that. And I'm like, man, I got all this stuff. And that's where I was very impressed. Hold on. Catch 22 suggests drinking it. A 1 ounce pours, must cellar, really good. Okay, sorry. But yeah,
I'll guarantee you he's talking to Tom R, and they're talking about Sam Adams' Utopias, which is I've had one with my nephew who's into ales and all that stuff. And the Utopias are, it was delicious. It's like a 22-23% ABV ale.
Look at what Tom R said.
And it's been aged in like Oloroso sherry casks and Pedro Jimenez casks, port casks, all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, Drink Caveman says, laugh out loud, cook test dummies.
I've actually, Tom R, I've been debating about, I'm thinking I'm going to call it Knitting with Scott. My channel. I'm going to come up with another channel. I'm going to talk about it in every video. My knitting channel. My mom's going to be on there with me. She's going to be breaking me in. We're going to go to Walmart. We're going to pick up some supplies.
Only if you cross stitch.
It's going to be Knitting with Scott from the beginning. I'm going to have knit and shit all behind me up here when we're doing reviews.
Knit and shit. That's the name of the show. The name of the show is called Knit and Shit. That would be a kick-ass show. We're going to have to do a mock show on the Dummies just called Knit and Shit. We're going to be knitting and like drinking whiskey, and it's going to be called Scott and Bart Knit and Shit.
I'm here to talk to you about this High West double rye, but first, look at this.
Yes. Yes. Look at this hat we made last week. It's called Knitting Shit with Bart and Scott. That's a hit show right there.
I think I'd get 50 or 60 views.
Oh my God, man. And we just make a funny spoof show with our own YouTube channel called Knitting Shit. Oh my God. Every show would not be funded because of the curse words in there. We'd get flagged all the time.
I do that with my mom on there. Just see her face.
Look at that. Whiskey Dick just donated $2 for Knitting Shit. They're demanding it. On the spot, we make up a new YouTube show. Food Quick wants shit and spit. That's a whole nother scene there, brother.
And there you go. Whiskey Scout just got a good one, too. Scott knits it. Bart wears it.
We'll be making little socks for Christmas. Woo! Now, see that we didn't know that was coming, man. That was magic right there. You said you'll have knitting shit behind me. I'm like, hold on, that's the show. I see that.
I've actually been contemplating that one for a few weeks.
That's a good one. We got another Grumpy Dummies coming, but then we're gonna have the knitting shit show. Oh my God.
It's not our show. You ain't in it. It's my show.
No, you can come on my board game channel anytime.
No.
You could be my special guest. Oh man, that is funny. I want to see a good cross stitch.
I can see my mom sitting in there beside me, and I'm doing some cross stitch. I'm like, hand me that effing blue yarn over there.
She'd be like,
my mom would be like, what'd you just say?
Oh, dude, right off the bat, you'd have like 20,000 subscribers to knit and shit on the name alone, dude. That would kill.
That would, you shite. That wouldn't. They probably wouldn't catch that. Be knit and shite.
You just you just have an asterisk where the I is or something. Oh my God, that's hilarious. You just killed me. I didn't expect that.
Someone asked a while back up there before we got going on that if we were drinking. There is a High West that's aged in vermouth barrels. Oh, where'd it go? And I can't remember. He had the name. Oh, it was the Yippee-Ki-Yay. This is not the Yippee-Ki-Yay. This was a store select barrel of the double rye that's then had been aged in vermouth barrels. And like I say, she's got, this was from Liza. She's got the numbers 361 on it also by the vermouth and 51.1%.
Before it cycles off, Jason, I think it's Klaus Schultz, says, I had a friend growing up whose mom went on a knitting weekend with her friends, and that was called Stitch and Bitch. Woo, I love it. I'm sure Scott could knit a hat. This is from Whiskey Wolf. Could knit a hat or cap that would look better than some of the stuff Bart has already worn. Don't make fun of the rainbow-colored gardening hat. That's gold, baby. Oh my God, this is a good show. All right, are you ready to move over?
Back to the double rye real quick though. Anybody that missed it, again, I mean it's good. This is a good High West product. The vermouth barrels have really seemed to tame the rye down though, and imparted a lot of the dryness of the vermouth into the whiskey itself. I
agree. That's an interesting take. Now I love the rye, so I like my rye forward, but that's a unique flavor. That vermouth in there, you're right. The little dryness that it added is man, I'm just telling you, High West is really, really kicking it. I can see why they sold for like $200 million. I know it's less. It's like 156, but who parses over $44 million?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's save the heated for last. Let's go to this High West Blue Rye Batch 15B04. Look at you going back. Look at that. You make a little clink noise and everything. Like special. See, you've got them all right there. You could like forget the glass and just act like you intended to keep them in the drawer.
Do what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I put them in. I was like, yeah, I always got them here.
Well, that's thinking ahead.
Got a bottle of water down there, too, in case I need water.
I got a whole cabinet over here. I should actually have some.
The only thing I don't have in here is a urinal.
Oh, Lordy.
That could come in handy sometimes.
Well, I suppose in a very long show, like the 12-hour live, boom, baby. Our next 12-hour show needs to be the 12 hours of wow.
Okay, so this is High West Blue Rye, batch number 15B04, bottled at 46%.
Now, this is interesting. You get the nose of the rye. But what else I got in here? I guess it's just that bourbon curling in. That's interesting. Huh.
We also started, for those that weren't here at the beginning, we had a couple of beers that were that a follower managed for us to receive from the Tyranena brewery in Wisconsin. I had the Brewers Gone Wild Shaggin' in the Woods edition.
Ooh, I'm shagging in the Highlands.
Bart had the Shaggin' in the Highlands edition, which had been Bart's Shaggin' in the Highlands was aged in peated whiskey barrels. Mine was aged in bourbon barrels. Scotch ales on both parts.
And I do get a peat with the dirt right in there. It's there's nothing I can explain better. It's a little peat on the taste with dirt.
I told Bart I think in January, maybe January for sure, we will start planning the 2018 second annual 12 Hours of Boom. Yeah. So nothing in the works, nothing being planned right now, other than we know it will happen.
Was that Swami that just said 12 hours of knitting shit?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, we've got to do a spoof with like some knitted homemade hats. You don't want me on
it ain't gonna be no spoof, man. I'm doing it.
Here's the kicker. You'll do that show and it'll be a massive hit. You'll end up being on like they'll end up having you on like some you'll be on Ellen. You'll be on Ellen or something.
I'm going to talk about it on every review we do too.
Ooh, I actually did film a review of a game called Bloody Monday today. I know that's intriguing. It's Napoleon in Russia, Bordino, 1812. Hello. That'll get your attention.
Drinking Caveman is volunteering his services for the second annual 12 Hours of Boom.
Sweet.
When we do what, Bart?
He's had some great little Frankensteinian mixtures.
Yeah, that's right. We've done. Now I've got your bottles of. We haven't reviewed them yet. The Rendezvous Rye and the American Prairie Bourbon.
Right.
But at your house, we've done the Campfire. We've done the Boo Rye, the Son of Boo Rye, and Double Rye.
Right. And drinking Caveman made a Boo Boo Rye that I did blind, not knowing what it was, and it was very, very good.
But the Boo Rye was my favorite of what we've done so far. Well, the Midwinter Night's Dram might beat out the Boo Rye. So this one, was
nice.
Yeah. I was intrigued by both the Midwinter Night's Dram that Liza sent, Act 3, Scene 3, and then the Boo Rye batch that she sent from 2015 as well. So the nose is very good, man. A very nice, well-aged bourbon and rye. Have you gone on? Have you sampled yet?
I have. See, the flavor, the bourbon tastes a little young to me. I can pick up the bourbon in there. Out of this being the third, this is the one that's the most pedestrian for me. Still good.
Oh boy, the richness.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Special kick off of it.
The depth of it and the richness of the Boo Rye means it's a bourbon and a rye together.
See, this one
we brought up there should be a Boo Boo Rye.
Oh yeah.
Then Drinking Caveman made his own Boo Boo Rye and
or you could have a Boo Rye. That was one where you could have a rye Boo Rye, which is a young rye, a bourbon, and an old rye with a little sandwich in the middle.
Now, for those that don't know, because it came up in the comments after our Midwinter Night's Dram review, High West does source some or most of their whiskeys. They are distilling some of their own now, and they're making the transition to where they distill them all.
They should hold on to whatever the heck they're sourcing, though. Keep sourcing some of that good rye. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, much like a blender, though, they source their own whiskeys and blend them together and put them out. Bart and I's reviews are more about the liquid that's in the bottle and is it good? Is it worth it?
Right. I mean, you do better than I do anyway, but correct me if I'm wrong, we're not overly concerned with like the exact mash bill, the history of the distillery, the type of, I mean, we like to know where the barrels come from, but I don't even get that much into the woods from Missouri or anything. And I know you're digging a little bit more of that.
Well, yeah. And what's Bart's referring to there, our review is coming up of the Glenmorangie, a star. edition, which is their annual release this year, their special edition that they do. The oak that was used in the casks for it is from the Ozark Mountains, which is in Missouri or a neighboring state, which I found neat and intriguing. Bart
you were intrigued. Yeah, I was like,
he's like, all right,
whatever.
I'm like, the oak in Scotland used to age this whiskey is from the Ozark Mountains.
Yeah, they source barrels from the United States constantly. Yeah, I know. You were like, and it's in this old growth forest with juniper trees. Yeah, I know. And you were like almost mad at me because you're like, come on, man. You like stated it twice. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's not doing much for. I don't care. I don't care where the wood's from. French oak, American oak kills, dude. It just kills. So, I mean, again, I'm not enough of a connoisseur to, Washington oak versus Missouri oak.
When you think about most of the barrels in Scotland from Scotch are ex-bourbon barrels. The bourbon barrels are made here with American oak.
Right.
So.
Right. And then they use them again.
I don't know that we'd seen that on a package, though, before that a cask had come from the Ozark Mountains.
Right. That is true. I mean, there must be something to it. I haven't been to the Ozark Mountains. Had they said the Mark Twain National Forest, I would have been a little more intrigued. Do you know why?
Well, that's farther away than the Ozark Mountains is.
It is, but Fort Lost in the Woods, Fort Leonard Wood, butts up to the Mark Twain National Forest. And that's where I did a lot of my training when I was in the Army. And it was cold, boy. I would have needed your knit and shit show. Just stay warm. It was cold. God, I love history, World War II history, and I'm in there and it's cold, and I'm thinking this isn't even as cold as the Battle of the Bulge. That was cold. And I'm like, how in the heck did they do that? And I was freezing and we weren't effective, but I
mean, they've all been tasty. This is the third one that we've done tonight from High West. Very tasty.
Very good with a nice beer blending. I'm liking the blending of the beer. Now, I know we said we're going to try to keep a tight show, and that's funny because we got 4 drams and a beer to work through. But
we're not really analyzing the beer, though, although mine is pretty tasty. And if I was near the Tyranena brewery, I would buy some more of this one.
Oh, yeah. 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 Swami, you're right. It rolls right off the tongue. Knitting shit. Whiskey Scout. My grandfather was stationed there and was in the Battle of the Bulge. Wow. Phenomenal. Unbelievable. Wow, you have a little light thing there going on?
Yeah.
Oh. He may lose it. If we lose the show, somebody's pissed about knitting shit. I think like the government is paying attention. They're about ready to shut you down. Wow. Yeah, I mean, whew. French oak recently, maybe the Compass Box no name, I believe. I don't know. Wow. Danice's local shop charging $99 for a bottle of Wow. That's a little high. I mean, if you can get it for $75 to $80, you're in a good range.
Well, I'll tell you with B517, all of us, that came out back in May. So B means the second batch. 5 is the 5th month, which means May, and then 17, 2017. So you got the second batch. It was sent out in May of 17. That hit here initially back in May and was gone.
First of all, the way you just described that, swing.
So recently, though, within the last few weeks, all of a sudden, every store here has B517 on the shelf. Not every store, but 4 out of 5 has a couple bottles on the shelf, and it's been going. It's $62 to $65 here. So I don't know if the distributor was sitting on a supply of it or what, at least around here. But now I know batch C is out though. I've seen some pictures of batch C on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Yeah. Well, I need more of it.
It's worth $60. It's worth $90 now. If it was $90 though, I mean, I'm not buying as much of it or as often, or I'm drinking it less. But at 50 or $60 a bottle, hello.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I need to. That's my go-to sipper. We have an interesting dilemma though. It's kind of, and I'm going to say it's kind of like board games. I got some favorite board games, and I'm always coming back and having to play new stuff. Here, I'm having to always drink new stuff, which is nothing to complain about. We're going to go to America's Prairie Bourbon, aged in peated, and then it says blended Scotch barrels.
Peated blended Scotch barrels?
Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Aged in peated blended Scotch, but it looks like BBLS.
Hold on, Bart. I'm going back to the drawer. Look.
Hello. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's impressive.
You know what else I have in here that some viewers want?
Looks sexual.
Just a couple of our first edition ones.
Merch.
Our first edition Glencairns that have the dummy logo, the 2 dummies on there, and the Scotch test dummies on there.
You can't get those anymore.
The last 3 in the world are right there.
Wow, I may have a couple over at my place.
Speaking of merch real quick, just since we're there, we are coming up on Christmas. Go to scotchtestdummies.com and order our coins or our Glencairns.
We came under fire on one, man. We covered all the merch.
Yeah. Now, here's my take though. We try. I mean, we did at the end of that one. There's about once a month we try to focus and really spend some time talking about Patreon, talking about merchandise, stuff like that.
Right. Keeps the show. The show's free. Everything else is bonus. There is a future show coming up where there's probably a brand new piece of merch. If there's, I like Nussenbaum saying "swing" with a whole bunch of crying and clapping. Thank you, Shimon.
I think it's Shyman. Do you pronounce it? I think it's pronounced Shyman. But Shyman just purchased some coins. You
got to say Shimon. It sounds good. I feel like a little bit of Michael Jackson, like Shimon.
Shimon bought some coins and then came back, ordered some more coins and a Glencairn.
Wow. Look at that. Way to go.
And we also had, I was going to point out some comments up here from a new viewer.
Ooh.
Where'd it go? Where was it? Wow, it's already off the screen.
Ooh, Shimon said Bart is good. Thank you.
Shimon. Josh. Was it Josh? Was a new viewer?
Really?
Can't be that far up. Or we got that many comments coming in here?
They're coming in. Maybe he popped in and was like, whoa, I was looking for knitting shit.
Yeah, it was Josh. He says, hey guys, a new viewer here. I've been watching some of your reviews, more into Scotch than bourbon, but cool to see you do a live stream.
There you go. Well, we do a lot.
Generally, we'll have a guest on. We try to bring in another blogger, another vlogger, someone in the industry. Tonight it happens to be just Bart and I.
I'm kind of digging us.
Yeah.
Although we are trying to work with, we won't name anybody, but some ambassadors.
Yes. And Whiskey Wolf also comments either he or she loves us. We put him on the bottle of Wow. He's sitting on 4 bottles now. Ooh, impossible to find in North Carolina.
Wow.
Got 2 of the B517 and 2 from before they changed the bottles.
Goodness, that's a good grab there. I love the old bottle. Now the nose on this High West is great.
Now, which one is this again? Tell everybody.
All right. This is, I want you to read it. This is the American Prairie Bourbon, aged in peated, but then it says blended Scotch, and I believe barrels is what it's like shortened down. BBLS.
Yep. 51. That's all I've got. 51.7%. But this peated blended Scotch barrels.
Right. I'm assuming used peated barrels.
Yeah.
So the nose doesn't betray peat, but I get a lovely, lovely rich rye. I mean, this is the dill rye that I could nose till Monday or Tuesday. I mean, this is good.
Almost pretty similar, though. I mean, they've all pretty much about that same kind of a sweet dill. Sweet, dry seasoning.
Wow.
Dill.
Okay, it's doing something else on the palate, but I can't get it. What is that? Doing some weird alchemy here on me. I can't peg it. Maybe I've sipped too much.
Ooh, boy, it's strong. There's some heat in that one, even though, I mean, it's 51%. A couple of the others have been that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the peat. Man, I just got some of the peat very lightly.
Well, see, I got my peated beer here, which I just watered it up. Let me see what that is.
There might be just about the same amount of peat as what's in that beer.
Let's see. Telex says you like the dill rye, Bart. Yeah, I like all rye. Dill rye, dusty rye, sweet rye. I like the northern winter-grown rye from Canada. Get you some Sagamore rye. Wow, I love the name. Made in Indiana, bottled in Baltimore. Go for the higher-end stuff, though. Okay, Sagamore rye, Bruno. We got to get some of that.
Okay, yeah.
What? You be knitting?
Yeah, I'm busy. Why don't you look for it?
You'd be creating a show. I don't go out a lot. I'm kind of like a shut-in.
Once I start that knitting channel, I'm going to be busy too. You're going to have to pick
that show's going to blow up.
You're going to have to pick it up on your end.
Oh my God. Yeah. That show's going to blow up. You'll be like live 3 times a week. There'll be middle-aged women falling in love with you.
If anybody's tuned in since we talked about that, what happens is Bart does board game reviews also on another channel.
Love it.
And he has to bring it up 4 out of 5 episodes.
I don't bring up. I never say the name Bonding with Board Games.
So I have vowed to start my own separate channel that I can talk about in every review also. And it's going to be called Knit and Shit with Scott. And literally, I know nothing about knitting. My mom does, but I'm going to take her to Walmart or Hancock Fabrics or somewhere, and I'm going to walk her through. She's going to buy me some stuff to start knitting, and then she's going to have to show me some knitting business.
Yeah, it'll be all about the journey, the knitting journey that you're going on, and you'll be inviting people to your knitting circle, and they'll be able to join you as you knit live.
That's right.
That's a ripoff right there, man. I'm suing you if you do that. That's a ripoff.
And my mom will get the full onslaught of cuss words as I learn my way through knitting.
That's a hit right there. You got all sides viewing. Your mom's just continually aghast by your bad language. Continually like hitting you with her knitting bag. You know, stop, Scott, stop. Oh boy, that's a show. Ooh, look at that. Whiskey Watch, Battle Cry from Avalon Hill. Great Battle Cry. They've got the 150th anniversary version as well, which has got a few more scenarios there, Whiskey Watch.
Back to the whiskey.
Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked by a game.
This is different. A little, like you said, a little alchemy going on here. You get a rye, you get you get some bourbon notes, you get some peat. It's sweet.
It's a little much for me, though. I can't quite puzzle it out.
Well, it's almost kind of like the campfire was to me, which is a Scotch and a rye and a bourbon.
Right. Look at this. Tom R says Scott will knit Bart a velvet Elvis onesie. That'd take a lot of yarning. Bartlett says no games, just whiskey, Bart. No games.
All right, we're down. We got 5 minutes left. We're going to kill this.
5 minutes. We got to kill it. Now, this is good. I'm going to have to puzzle this one out a little further. I've added water. I thought this would be my favorite, but I got to tell you, the very first one we tried has been my favorite, and the vermouth has been the biggest surprise. The Midwinter Nights Dram was good, if not, it seemed a little young. But that vermouth one was very unique, and the way you described how it tamed down the rye was perfect.
I think the Act 5 of the Midwinter's Nights Dram is more aged than Act 3. It seemed it anyway. Act 3 seemed a much spicier, fiery rye coming through, where the Act 5 was really more of an aged rye, more bourbon notes as well, and then an oak, and then just a nice blend with that port finish.
Yes, I agree 100%. 100.
Put a link in the description to the video, though. Anybody still with us? Sipdark, the Black Friday sale is over, but they gave us an affiliate account. We do earn a small commission. Anything you order from them, click on the link in our description. They're the ones that have the if you watch our videos, you see us using our crystal dropper set, which we love. It's a great accessory.
I don't know what else they have. I know they have other people's stuff and things and T-shirts and glasses, but that actually is a nice, it's fancy. Like right now I'm just using a stainless steel straw, but that thing's nice. It really is.
Yeah. But if you use the link in the description, it'll take you to Sipdark, and it links into our affiliate account. We get a small commission of anything that you buy in there. Also, through tomorrow on our website, all of our T-shirts, if you go to the T-shirt shop, everything's 20% off. Use the code SALE 2017 2017 when you check out, and it'll take 20% off of your entire purchase. So some Christmas gift ideas there.
Make your little child wear a test it, or I love 10-year-old Pete's.
Well, we don't have any. We kept the kids. We could have checked the box to have kids gear available, and we was like, I don't know about that.
I know. I was just referencing. Yeah, there's no kids gear with the whiskey tie-in. Drink responsibly.
We did. As a matter of fact, I ordered a couple shirts today because even us, we even get the 20% off deal. So,
right, yeah. Oddly enough, when we order shirts for ourselves, we have to buy just like everybody else.
Yeah, and Fretless is asking, I will have an affiliate link to Hancock Fabrics when I start the channel.
I'm telling you, you're going to make a killing, dude. That's genre. Everybody else in that space.
I really figured I was going to start. I was when I take my mom to Walmart. We're going to be in the knitting aisle, and I'm going to have her start. I'm going to be drilling her, asking her questions.
Dude, that's a hit. I'm just telling you. And you start dropping the bombs and stuff, and she's hitting you with the bag. That's a show. You'll get like a Hollywood deal for a sitcom.
Let's see. We've got the link in the description. Whiskey Wolf to Sipdark to our affiliate account. There's no code to use there. If you want T-shirts, if you go to our website, on which links you up with Spreadshirt, when you're in there at checkout, it's sale 2017.
Of course, the way Hollywood's going, you and I will be on House of Cards within a year.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, because everybody getting canned.
Yeah, everybody else is touching, groping, hitting on minors, drinking, whatever. Yeah, you and I are already out. We like whiskey. Boom.
Now we'll tell you, Whiskey Wolf, that's just through tomorrow. Spreadshirt sale is only through November 27th. And that's their Black Friday sale. So I don't know if there'll be another one before Christmas or not. Thanks to everybody that's tuned in. We appreciate it. Good time as usual.
Yeah, we're at the time. We wanted to keep it tight. That was good and tight. I liked it. And you've got a whole new channel you need to go work on.
Only 5 minutes of board game talk.
And about 15 of knitting shit.
Yeah. Now you feel my pain.
I love it, dude. I can't believe you weren't helping me push board games. Bonding with board games is all. You want to see a bigger bunch of nerds over there's a whole whiskey nerd club. You add in cardboard and paper with a couple dice, you should see the parties at my house. Hello.
All right. Well, hey, let's sign off here with the High West Distillery. All good products again.
All right. We're going to Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.